Well, hello, my preschool friends. Parents, before you maybe check out to do something for a couple minutes, or maybe you'll stay and do this with your preschoolers. I hope you do. This is our last week where your preschoolers are going to need this coloring page. I have sent this by email to everyone who has come here to Journeys Crossing personally. And I've also put this in the comments on our JC Kids Facebook page. So that's where you can find this. And then your kids will need something to color with. I've got my handy dandy colored pencils right here where you can use crayons or markers or whatever you want your child to color with. All right, well, with that being said, hello, boys and girls, and I hope you brought your looking eyes with you today because we still have Topher the Gopher on the loose here in our church building. And Topher has once again scrambled up all of our Bible story pictures into this coloring page, and we need to find them in order to hear our Bible story for today. Now, today's true Bible story is going to teach us that I can tell everyone that Jesus is alive. Why don't you say that with me on the count of three? 1, 2, 3. I can tell everyone that Jesus is alive. And it's true, you can tell everyone that Jesus is alive. Now, I have a memory verse from the Bible that's going to help us remember to tell people that Jesus is alive. Let me teach it to you. We did this last week too. Maybe you remember it. Here it goes. He is not here. He is risen just as he said he would. And we find that in the Bible in Matthew chapter 28, verse 6. Let's say that together 2 times. Here we go. He is not here. He is risen just as he said he would. Matthew 28, 6. All right, one more time. He is not here. He is risen just as he said he would. Matthew 28, 6. Good job on that, guys. I hope that you practice that every day and learn that very true thing about Jesus. Now, today I have some special words to share with you. They're the best words that you could ever hear. And so let's play a game. I'm going to give us some words to repeat, and then we're going to see if they are maybe the most special words in the world, okay? So on the count of 3, I want you to repeat these words with me. Oinga, boinga, doinga. All right, do you think you can do it? 1, 2, 3. Oinga, boinga, doinga. Now, what do you think, kids? Are those the most special words that you could ever hear? Yeah, they were fun words to say, but they were just made-up words. I don't think they're the most important words ever. All right, now on the count of 3, repeat this after me. Your pizza is ready to eat. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Your pizza is ready to eat. Now, what do you think? Are those the most important words? They're good words. I love it when my pizza's ready, but they're probably not the most important words. All right. How about these words? On the count of 3, repeat, you're my friend. 1, 2, 3. You're my friend. Now, what do you think? Are those the most important words ever? Well, they're really, really, really good words. I love it when someone tells me that I'm their friend. It's so good to be friends with people. But we're getting closer. I don't think they're the best words. They're very special words, but I have words that are even better than that. Try this one. On the count of 3, repeat, Jesus is alive. 1, 2, 3. Jesus is alive. Oh, now those are special, special words. In fact, I think those are the most important words that you could ever hear. And in today's Bible story, which is a true story, Jesus told his friends to tell everyone those words. Now, if you're ready for our true Bible story today, I need you to wiggle your fingers in the air, get them wiggling, and I need your help because we have some special words to say, some special Bible words to say together so that we can get our Bible out. Here are the words. It's true, the Bible is true. Say that with me. It's true, the Bible is true. And it is true. All right, now today's Bible story is on a few different pages of this Bible. I'm going to show you one of them. I've got my nice red bookmark here, and there are some pictures here. On this side is Jesus, and it looks like his hands are hurt, and on this side is some of Jesus' friends. So let's hear today's true Bible story. Now you're going to need to get your coloring page ready and your crayons, or I've got my colored pencils back. And let's look at our first picture. We had this picture in last week's Bible story. It's a big cave, and it's called a tomb. It's where they laid dead bodies. It's how they buried people back when Jesus was alive 2,000 years ago. Now, can you find that picture on your coloring sheet? I see it on mine. It looks to me almost like this friend of Jesus is sitting on it. What color are you going to color your tomb? I think I'm going to use brown. You can use whatever color you want. But I'm going to use brown. And maybe, while I tell this first part of the story, you could color that friend of Jesus who's sitting on it. All right. On Easter morning, on the first Easter morning, there were two women. They were both named Mary. And they went to go visit Jesus' tomb. When they got there, it was empty. And there was an angel there. And he told them, he is not here. He is risen just as he said he would. We've said that today already, haven't we? Now, those are the best words they could ever hear because Jesus is alive. We need to look for our second picture. What's this? It's a door, right? Can you find a door on your picture here? This one's a little trickier. It is right down here, kind of on this friend of Jesus's back. Now, what is your favorite color to color a door? I want a bright color for mine. Maybe I'll choose this orange. Orange is a nice color for a door. You can color whatever color you want. And while I tell this next part of the Bible story, maybe you can color the friend of Jesus who has the door on his back. All right. Now, Jesus' friends were in a house, and the door was closed and locked. They were worried that the people who were so mean to Jesus were going to come and be mean to them. Well, without even opening the door, Jesus appeared there in the room with them. And he showed his friends his hands, where they had put the nails. And he showed him his side because someone stabbed him there. Ouch. And he showed them those things to show them that he was really Jesus and he was really alive. It was so exciting. His friends were so happy because Jesus is alive. Now, let's take a look at our next picture. And this one is a big nail. Can you find a big nail on your picture? I see it. It's on this coat that Jesus, or cloak that Jesus is wearing. It kind of almost looks like he has a superhero cape on, doesn't it? Jesus is kind of a superhero. I see a lot of capes that are red, so I'm going to color his whole cape red. I colored his arm a little bit too. I'm not always a very careful colorer. Well, why don't you color Jesus while I read this next part of the story? So, there was one of Jesus' friends, and his name was Thomas, who wasn't there when Jesus showed up and showed himself to all the rest of his friends. And when Thomas got back, the other friends said, Thomas, Jesus is alive. We've seen him. But Thomas wouldn't believe it. It's hard to believe that. And he said, until I see and I touch him where the nails hurt him, I will never believe that Jesus is alive. Poor Thomas. I bet he missed out, huh? All right, our next picture. This is a surprise emoji. Let me see what it looks like when you're surprised by something. That's my surprise face. Can you find the surprise emoji here? I found this one. It almost looks like it's on this disciple's bottom. Now, I like to color my emojis yellow. That's what I normally see, but you can do any color you want. I'm going to color that in right there. Maybe you can color in that follower of Jesus, that friend, while I read this next part of the story. Well, a little while later, Thomas and all of the disciples, all of Jesus' friends, were in the house again, and suddenly Jesus showed up again. Thomas was so surprised. Can you, show me your surprised face again. I know. What if Jesus was just right there? It'd be so surprising. And Jesus said to Thomas, look at my hands. You can touch where the nails hurt me. And Thomas saw them and he touched them, and it was true. Thomas finally believed that Jesus is alive. Now we have a fifth picture today. It's this one right here. It's these words, G and O, go. You find go on here? It looks like it's under this friend's feet. And I'm going to circle that. I'm going to maybe use a nice green pencil. I'll circle the words go. Maybe you can color that friend of Jesus while I finish up our story. Well, Jesus' friends, the disciples, they went to a mountain where Jesus told them to go. And when they saw Jesus, they worshiped him. And Jesus said these words to them, you must go and tell everyone in the world about me. Teach them to obey everything I've taught you, and you can know this is true. I am always with you, even until the very end. What a great story today. You see your picture. Here's how mine is. I haven't gotten to color everybody else yet. You can color all of this today. I bet it's going to look great when it's done. You know, in today's Bible story, Thomas had a hard time believing that Jesus is alive. But it's true, Jesus died on the cross, but now he's alive. It makes me so excited that I want to tell everyone the good news. But why is it good news? Why do we get so excited? Well, because Jesus rose from the dead and came back to earth, and then he went back to live with his Father in heaven. We know some things are true. One is that every time that we've ever disobeyed God, or every time we ever will in the future, well, God is willing to forgive us for those things because Jesus is alive. That's really exciting. We don't have to feel guilty or sad because Jesus is alive. And Jesus promises to forgive us. And because Jesus is alive, Jesus told us that we can be his friends right now, because you can only be friends with alive people. And we can be his friends forever. We can live in heaven. That is so, so exciting. That's why those are the best words that you'll ever hear. Jesus is alive. It's such good news. Jesus wants everyone in the world to know about him, and he wants us to tell them. Because I can tell everyone that Jesus is alive, and you can too. Hey, next week, I think we'll have Topher rounded up, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I can't wait to share it with you. See you then. Bye-bye, guys.